Hello. In this example, we let f of x equal x squared minus 3x and g of x equal 4x plus 5. And we want to find the four function operations, f plus g, f minus g, f times g, and f divided by g of x. And at the end, I will also do the domains. Let's look at A. A is f plus g of x. So this means f of x plus g of x. F of x in this case is x squared minus 3x plus g of x, which is 4x plus 5. Now notice that this is addition, which means I don't need to change anything, but I do need to drop the parentheses. Therefore, it's x squared minus 3x plus 4x minus 5. Then we combine like terms. The negative 3x and positive 4x will give me x squared plus x minus 5. And this is f plus g of x. Let's look at B. Apparently I don't know my alphabet. Letter B means f minus g of x is f of x minus g of x. F of x again is x squared minus 3x minus g of x, which is 4x minus 5. This time, because it's subtraction between the two, I need to distribute that negative sign to both of those terms in the second parentheses. This gives me x squared minus 3x minus 4x plus 5. Then I combine like terms. Negative 3x and negative 4x means x squared minus 7x plus 5. C. F times g of x. Well, that means f of x times g of x. F of x is x squared minus 3x. G of x is 4x plus 5. Now I need to FOIL. X squared times 4x is 4x cubed. X squared times 5 is positive 5x squared. Negative 3x times negative 4x is negative 12x squared. And negative 3x times positive 5 is negative 15x. Now combine like terms. So that gives me 4x cubed. Positive 5x squared and negative 12x squared is negative 7x squared minus 15x. Next, I look at D. D is f divided by g of x, and that means f of x divided by g of x. In this problem, f of x is x squared minus 3x. G of x is 4x plus 5. Now, even if I factored out the x in the numerator, that gives me x times x minus 3. And that's not anything, there will be no common factors with 4x plus 5. Therefore, you're done with this function operation. There's nothing that you can cancel here. Let's look at the domain. The domain is very important for this type of question. F of x, because it's a polynomial, its domain is all real numbers negative infinity to infinity. G of x, again, is also a polynomial. Therefore, its domain is all real numbers negative infinity to infinity. Now notice that everything and everything, if you intersect both of those together, the intersection is everything. Therefore, for A, B, and C, the domain will be all real numbers, negative infinity to infinity. That's fantastic. But letter D is a little bit more difficult because you have division. When you have division, you can never divide by 0. So whatever your denominator is, set it not equal to 0 and solve for x. When you subtract 5 divided by 4, that means that x is not equal to negative 5 over 4. Now let's talk about how we take out a single number from the number line. Here's the line. Here's negative 5 over 4. I can use everything to the left of negative 5 over 4, just not including that negative 5 over 4. Therefore, I need to use a parentheses. And I can do everything to the right of negative 5 over 4, just not including the negative 5 over 4, which means I need to use a parentheses there as well. This is what your interval notation will look like as well. So, your domain starts at negative infinity and goes to negative 5 over 4. Not a square bracket, because we have to exclude it, therefore I need to use a parentheses, which is what I used over there. Parentheses. Then take the union, and again start at negative 5 over 4, and go to infinity. And that's your domain for letter D.